So you might ask yourself, how do I read a book to a preschool age child? I'm Child Development and Early Learning Specialist Stacy Benge, and we're going to explore some techniques you might want to implement when you're reading to your own child, or if you're a teacher, when you're reading to your classroom. First of all, make sure the mood is right. Follow the child's cues. If they're in a playful mood and they're wanting to run around, probably not the best time to sit down and read a book. So kind of make sure that they're in the right mindset and that they are ready to read. If you're a parent, a great time would be having a ritual at night before you go to bed, reading a story or two. That leads us to the next point, which is following your child's interest. What are books that they actually would be interested in? And get books, on that subject or on that topic area. Another thing might be to have the child pick the book out. Or if you're a teacher, have the children go to the literacy center and pick a book that they want to read. And so when you get the book, show the child the book and show them the cover and ask, read the title of the book, but then say, what do you think is going to happen based on the cover? And make sure when you are looking at the cover that you do mention the author and the illustrator. And I used to always tell my children, the author writes the story, the illustrator draws the pictures to tell the story. And sometimes the author and the illustrator are the same person. But look at that cover, talk about the cover, and what do you think is going to happen in this book? And then start to read the book. And as you're reading through the book, don't be so concerned from just quickly getting through it. Take your time on each page and ask questions. And if your child or your children in your class keep asking questions about a certain page, answer them, because that shows that they're connecting to something that's going on in the book. Maybe it's something that the character is doing. Maybe they're very interested in how that page is illustrated, but it's showing that they're actually engaging and connecting with the book. So don't rush through the page. Wait for them to finish answering their questions. Sometimes I see people go, wait, let's get to the end and then we'll talk. No, talk when you're right there in the moment. This helps build skills that will help with reading comprehension down the line. So as you're going through the book, ask open-ended questions, or why do you think, the character did that? And read through the book. And when you get to the end of the book, say, let's talk about this. What happened? Why do you think this happened? And have them retell you the story or resequence the story. And that shows that they really are understanding what's happening in that book. And we really want this skill to be implemented and developed, because this is the key to reading comprehension down the line. So many times we rush through books that we don't sit and talk about it. And really, the children, they're hearing, vocabulary and they're hearing language, but they're not actually comprehending the story. And that is the key to, we learn to read, then we read to learn. So you have to have those comprehension skills. So that is super important. So make sure that when you read the book, again, you're not rushing through, you're having a positive experience, but you're following the child's cues. If you have 3 or 4 books picked out to read and it takes just forever to get through the first book, that's okay. Read the other books later on. Spend as much time in that one book as that child wants to. So please let me know if you have any more questions about how to read books to preschool age children. Please subscribe to my channel, because we're going to look at different books that are wonderful to bring in with this age group, and what are some, open-ended, engaging questions that we can ask to really make sure that the child is engaging and really connecting with the book. Please let me know if you have any other questions regarding language and literacy, and I would love to answer those for that. And as always, please let me know if you have any other questions regarding child development, early childhood, early learning, or parenting, and I would love to answer those questions as well. But until then, I am Stacy Benge.